Moving on now, on this day, 15 years ago, Haiti was struck by a 7-magnitude earthquake. It killed an estimated 300,000 people and left as many as 2 million displaced, making it one of the worst natural disasters of the 21st century. The Caribbean island never really managed to recover from the catastrophe. A 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit in 2021, the same year that then President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated, sparking a still ongoing political crisis, which has seen armed gangs increase their power, gain control of some 80% of the capital. And the deployment of a multinational security mission led by Kenya has thus far done little to end the multifaceted crisis. For more, Jean-Marie Théodat joins me on set. He is the director of the geography department at Panthéon-Sorbonne University here in Paris. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
So could you perhaps start by just taking us back to that day and the months following the earthquake? What did the situation look like for residents of Haiti?
I must say that at the very moment that this earthquake happened, Haiti was struck by a very big earthquake, but the whole world really suffered with us. That was the first time that maybe more than 2 billion people were looking at the same point at the same time, trying to find a way to help Haiti. And a month after, and 15 years after, the situation is almost the same. That means that the National Palace, the cathedral, the main churches of the city are still down. This is our permanent ground zero from which we've not really taken off since that time.
This sparked a mass drive by the international community to come to Haiti's aid. Some $10 billion had been raised with pledges to rebuild the island. You said 2 billion people were also watching with Haitians in horror at what happened. So why do you think those efforts, that mass show of apparent solidarity, failed to change the situation?
There are different reasons because it's a very complex situation. First, let's say that the earthquake happened at a time when Haiti was already considered a failed state. There was a permanent turmoil politically, and the economy was totally down. And so let's say that it was at the worst time for us. There was also, let's say, a lack of public responsibility regarding the needs of the population. And this has been a permanent vacuum for more than 10 decades in the country. So that was a very vulnerable country before the earthquake. And then the way that the international aid was given to Haiti wasn't proper. Instead of reinforce the state and have it doing its own job, we came with a lot of NGOs. They called Haiti the NGOs Republic at that time. More than thousands of NGOs were doing what the state was supposed to do. So that means when the international help ceased, there was no way for the state to take place where these NGOs have been doing things.
Adding to an already disastrous situation, there was not only the earthquake, the aftershocks of the earthquake, but then there was a cholera epidemic that broke out in the months following that earthquake. Again, international organizations, notably the UN, were criticized for failing to do the worst. Why such another colossal failure?
This is, I would say, a real curse, because I don't think that the UN wanted this disease to get to Haiti. That wasn't, let's say that that wasn't on purpose. That was just an accident. But this accident came at the worst time in our history. And more than 25,000 people died from this cholera epidemic. And the worst thing is that the UN never accepted to recognize its responsibility. It took more than 10 years for Ban Ki-moon to come to Port-au-Prince and apologize for this very tragic accident. And that's when we, Haiti, look at the international help in general with a lot of circumspection, saying that if there is a way to help us, this has to be seen as act, not just intention.
Another earthquake hit in 2021, which I'm sure was not a surprise to geographers like yourself. Why is Haiti in particular so vulnerable to earthquakes? And is it learning the lessons from each earthquake after another of how to better adapt to future ones?
The first historical earthquake that is still recognized as a major one was the one of 1746-51, just 2 years after the foundation of our capital, Port-au-Prince. And since then, there have been very seldom strokes like this one, until the 2010 that killed more than 300,000 people. And since then, we have had the 2021 earthquake that was not as big as the one of 2010, but killed at least 2,000 people in the south part of Haiti. This has to do with a global structure of the earth. This doesn't have to do with Haiti, but countries like Cuba, like Jamaica, Dominican Republic. I mean, from east to west in the Caribbean until the Gulf of Honduras, where all these countries very vulnerable to earthquakes. But this happens in a country where politically, economically, we were still vulnerable. I mean, the same earthquake happened in Cuba in 2021. It killed 2,000 people in Haiti, but no one died. No one died in Cuba, just because they have paraseismic structures, and they also have a permanent help system that can prevent this kind of damages.
We just have a few moments left, Professor Théodat. Haiti is now, of course, faced with an unprecedented political security crisis. Are you hopeful for any type of solution in the short to midterm future for Haiti?
Haiti is a country that is made of courage and faith. We never hoped when we were fighting. When we were in the trench of the struggle in Vertier, there was no hope, only die or live free. This is our veto. And I think that in Haiti, nowadays, we're living kind of a new Vertier. We're in a struggle where we're not fighting against strangers, against French people, like for our independence. We're fighting against our own brothers, kind of lost brothers that are reacting like Cain regarding Abel in the Bible. And what we need is maybe some people to help us get Cain in a better mood, because we are brothers and we don't have to shed our blood like we're doing today.
Well, here's to hoping that message will indeed be heard. Professor Jean-Marie Théodat, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting me.